I am Will Scott answering your questions here on our NFL Daily Mailbag. Appreciate all of you watching, and thanks to those who submitted questions during our Monday live show. We begin with Corey Redding, $5 super chat. We appreciate it, Corey. You're a real one, man. The Giants were a surprise last year and made the playoffs. Who is your surprise NFC playoff team this year that can make the playoffs that did not last year? That's a great question. So, I mean, I can't say the Lions because everyone's picking them, right? Everyone's picking them to be the team that did not make the playoffs last year. That will make the playoffs this year. So I'm not going to say Detroit. I'm going to say Carolina. Bryce Young is it, man. I think he's the real deal. And yeah, you lost DJ Moore, you added DJ Shark, you added Adam Thielen. You still have a decent wide receiver room. And the Panthers drafted well, liked a lot of their picks. They got Jonathan Mingo as well. And I look at the Panthers, man, I'm like, that might just be a team that can win that division. That division's not very good. I could see them winning 9 games, maybe sneaking into the playoffs with the rookie quarterback Bryce Young. And then Frank Reich's a great coach. The Colts should not have let him go. So I really like what Carolina has done this offseason. Tyler, what's up? Should the Raiders trade a 4th or 5th round pick for Malik Willis to learn under Jimmy G? That's a great question. I'm trying to think what Willis would be worth. He was a 3rd round pick last year. Yeah, maybe a 5th or a 6th could get him. The Titans are just kind of fed up. It didn't work out there, unfortunately, for Willis in Tennessee. Yeah, I think that makes some sense for the Raiders. I really do. I still think Willis has a little bit of potential. So I like that idea a lot, Tyler. Brandon, do you like the Tyrique Stevenson pick? I do. I did like that pick. You know, some people are like, the Bears had a good draft. Some people are like, they could have done a little bit better. But when I look at Stevenson, man, I mean, this guy was an absolute stud at Miami. You're able to get him in the 2nd round. I thought there was a lot of value there at number 56 overall. Was an all-ACC team member last year. Lockdown corner. I think he has all the tools to be really good in the National Football League. Peter, 55, what's up? Who will win Rookie of the Year? Very interesting question. So here are the odds right now. Bijan Robinson is the favorite to win the Rookie of the Year. I love Bijan. I don't like the value at plus 300. I do like the value a lot with Bryce Young at plus 430. CJ Stroud, if the Texans are halfway decent, will probably be the front runner. He's at plus 700. I don't like the value with Richardson either. I don't think those two should be tied at plus 700. I really like this value. Jackson Smith-Njigba is plus 900. So is Jahmyr Gibbs, but JSN plus 900. The value there is absolutely phenomenal. Who will win Rookie of the Year? Let me know down in the comment section. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Who is going to win Rookie of the Year? I'm going to say Bryce Young. JSN's my dark horse. Carter Reimer. When should Miami get Tyreek Hill and Terron Armstead's replacement? In my opinion, it should be sooner rather than later so they have experience. Well, Tyreek stays retiring after the 2025 season. So he's got 3 more years. I don't think they need to be thinking about his replacement right now. Terron Armstead has 4 years left on his contract. Now, do you need a good backup behind Armstead? Yeah. Hopefully Hayes is that guy. You got him in the 7th round. I like that value there. I had a 5th round grade on him. So yeah, I think that I think you have a good point there, but both of those guys are going to be Dolphins for probably at least another 3 years, so I don't really think it makes much sense for them to be looking for their replacements now. But maybe in 2 years, maybe like the 2025 draft or 2024 draft even next year. Hudson, what's up? Oh, boy. If Tua gets injured, do you think we roll with Mike White or call Tom Brady? You can. You actually can. He's off the Buccaneers contract. Yeah, producer Jack was like, well, don't tamper again. No, Tom Brady, at least I think, is not under contract anymore, Tampa Bay. I'm going to say if Tua gets injured, which, cross your fingers, he doesn't. I think he's going to stay healthy this year. He's taken the jiu-jitsu classes. I think that he's going to be healthy. They just got to get him a right tackle, maybe Cam Fleming. It depends on how long Tua's out. If Tua has a season-ending injury, Tom Brady, it's possible. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not possible. And I've said it's possible if Tua gets hurt. But it's not going to happen unless Tua has a season-ending injury. If Tua misses 3 or 4 games, they'll roll with Mike White. I think they should feel comfortable with Mike White. John Young, which right tackle would you like the Dolphins to sign? Fleming, Wynn, or DJ Fluker? Well, DJ Fluker is a friend of the show, so I would be excited if they got my guy DJ. Who's the best option? It's probably Cam Fleming. Best value option might be Fluker. He'd look great at the Alabama Pro Day. But Cam Fleming makes the most sense for the Dolphins right now to be the right tackle. If you love the NFL, I can promise you have come to the right place. Be sure to hit that subscribe button below, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We go live with these mailbags every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Vince, what's up? With respect to the schedule and the division, I see the Texans making the playoffs rather than the Cleveland Browns. Man, you know, what's funny is the Texans, when they trade up for Will Anderson, they opted to give up their own pick and not the Browns pick that they own. So the Texans are probably thinking the same thing, Vince, that they will be better than Cleveland. I would say both teams are around 7 wins. Maybe Cleveland will be a little bit better this year. They're going to have Deshaun Watson for a full season, but I do think the Texans and the Browns will be closer maybe in terms of records this year than people think. Caden plays. Where does Dalvin Cook end up? Man, the Miami talk is just nonstop. I thought that would kind of die down after the Dolphins drafted Devon Achane, but it has not. I'm going to say Minnesota. I think he stays in Minnesota. I really do. XD Gamer 22, what's up? Will the Jags, Rayshawn Jenkins, have a breakout year next year? We'll see, man. You know, he's a guy I look at on the Jags, and I think that he can be really good. I don't think he's reached his full potential yet. When you look at the numbers from this past year, I mean, I think that he was good. I mean, 3 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions. He's got a lot of experience now at this point. So yeah, I think he can have a really good year. Real one for life. Which team is one move away from a Super Bowl? Man, that is a really good question there. Which team is 1 win away from a Super Bowl? I think you can make a very strong argument that it's the Baltimore Ravens. I think they need some running back help. I get it. J.K. Dobbins was having a really good year last year, had that injury. But if the Baltimore Ravens can figure out a way to maybe add another wide receiver or just add a running back, add some talent to that offense, they could win the Super Bowl next year. Which team is 1 move away from a Super Bowl? Let me know down in the comment section. I see Baltimore get up in our live chat. Yes, the Ravens may be 1 move away from a Super Bowl. I mean, they won 10 games this past year when Lamar missed the last several games of the season. So it could very well be the Baltimore Ravens. Jason Shadwick. What's going on with Williams getting traded? Well, I'm with you. I don't think he's going to get traded, but that's just the rumor because ESPN's Rich Cimini said that extension talks are not necessarily going well. So it's just a rumor, but I think eventually they work something out, and the Jets should be prioritizing that, Jason. Kendall Taylor, thoughts on the Saints moving forward? I have the Saints winning the NFC South next year. I do. I really like Derek Carr. I think I like Derek Carr more than most people. Brian Bresee, I like that pick. The defensive tackle out of Clemson needed some defensive line depth. Michael Thomas being back healthy is going to be huge. Hopefully he plays a full year. So yeah, I think the Saints will win the division. Will they make a playoff run? I don't think so. But if you're in the dance, you got a shot. Mr. Awesome Guy 22, what's up? What team that was good last year do you think is going to fall off a cliff this year? Whoo! That's a good question. I think it could be the Minnesota Vikings. I do. I think they've regressed somewhat. They won 13 games last year. I don't even think they win the division this year. I still think they make the playoffs. but they could be a team that goes from like 13 wins to maybe 7 or 8. Another team to watch, I'm going to get some heat for this maybe. I think it could be the Buffalo Bills. And here's why. The Dolphins have gotten a lot better this offseason. The Jets have gotten a lot better this offseason. I think the Patriots have gotten a little bit better this offseason. So the Bills have regressed, and two teams in their division, the Dolphins and the Jets, have gotten a lot better. So will the Bills be good next year? Yeah. Will they win the division? I really don't know.